she's the head teacher of secondary school.
Okay, let me just.
Yeah, head teacher secondary school.
Okay. All right, we're ready? Okay. Just to take you quickly through why we're here, it's basically the press conference for the Midland National Primary School Swimming Gala. This is in conjunction with Midland Group of Companies and the Uganda Swimming Federation, which will definitely be this Saturday. We're also, just before I go deep into the discussions about that event and for you asking questions to basically the panel that is here, I'll just quickly introduce the people who are here for it. We have Mrs. Bisaso, who is the secondary head teacher for Rainbow International School. And just next to Mrs. Bisaso, Jason, who is the principal of Rainbow International School, the hosts who have always hosted this event, so you're welcome. And then we also have Mr. Moses Chirinya, who is the primary head teacher of Green Hill Academy, who are hosting this event. We remember last they're hosting it again this year. And then we also have the director and chairperson of the Midland Group of Companies, Mrs. Kotesha, who is here with us. And I believe most of you will be hearing from her as we go on. You're welcome, Mrs. Kotesha. And myself, I'll open the floor now to most of you, and then let's carry on. Yeah. Yeah.
Two quick points, maybe for the rainbow. First, as a school, we've been into swimming for long, swimming giants for some time, but what's the benefit for you in sponsoring this kind of championship?
Start with your first question as to why national schools and not international. I mean, as you're all aware, Max was with us for a good 10 years. And what we realized is that we need to ensure that all the national schools encourage swimming. So the first year, we started by inviting national schools as well as international schools for the swimming gala. Then what happened at the end of the day, all the international schools took away the trophies. And that kind of left the national schools' children demoralized because not all of them have swimming pools. And we said, okay, fine, this is very, very unfair. This is going to put them off swimming completely. So the following year, the whole idea was to encourage swimming within the national schools. So the following year, we said no international school participation at all. And I think we started off with 7, 8 schools initially. And parents were overwhelmed. They were so happy. It wasn't about who won. It was about encouraging your children to swim. And that was the whole idea. We said, okay, fantastic. Parents have welcomed this from all the little national schools. And the whole idea of primary school was we want to make sure that they start swimming at an early age. International schools, all of them will have the benefit of having a swimming pool, so they will always have a swimming lesson planned into their timetable. So have the added advantage. National schools have to go to another school or a hotel to swim. So the whole idea was to encourage more national schools to think about having a pool in their schools. And 10 years down the road, I think we can see, Max will talk about the participation of the number of schools and how they've increased. So I think we can see the results. Why not Rainbow? Why Green Hill? Rainbow had always hosted it. It is to our benefit. But then with the Uganda Swimming Federation, a lot of the national schools said, can we not host it at our schools? So we said, fine, once again, we have now done what we needed to encourage that swimming. Participation increased by the numbers. So Green Hill came in last year. Only last year they came in. So we had it there. But then we said, okay, fine, as Midland Group, let's continue to promote this and sponsor the event until the national schools are ready to take it on fully. And that was the whole idea. And hopefully from Green Hill, other schools will come, and I know a lot of schools are already thinking about putting up a swimming pool in their schools. So that was the whole idea. And Max can now tell you about the growth and how it's grown.
Correct. Thank you very much on those words. I'll just quickly let you know as well in terms of the growth of swimming ever since Midland Group took on this hosting of the event and sponsoring it. Like you've heard from Mrs. Koteche from way back, they've been hosting it also as Rainbow International School, and then Till gave it out to and spread it out to national schools to also host. However, you do remember, for most of you who were here during the times when the Midland National Primary Schools Gala started, we had like approximately 5 schools. In fact, to make 6 was really like, you know, it would come a long way for us to even make 6 schools. But what I can tell you for sure, even from last year and the other year, is that right now we have up to at least 40 schools that have subscribed into this event. 40 schools is massive. 40 schools is big. And these 40 schools are all national schools where we've had the even swimmers from the national team being able to take part in this. And this clearly shows you that the goal for the Midland group of companies has really, really hit their target, because the main idea was to spread it out and make sure that the nationals then be able to pick up. If you remember way back, we used to hold the Kana Zone 3 Swimming Championships, where we would have a lot of it filled with expatriates and non-nationals. Today, I can tell you, we have 100% of participations of national swimmers. You've just seen the recent team that came from Botswana a few weeks back, and also Kenya for the Zone 3, 100% of national swimmers who were taking part. These are the swimmers who really are into these national schools and take part in the National School Swimming Gala. So 40 schools is quite a big number, and we're looking at even it growing more, because now we're even looking at how further to divide it and see how best we can go with it. But it is at least around up to 40 schools that we have in terms of participation for this event.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. For the school, how many swimmers do we expect to turn up of this year's which edition it is? And do we see international schools also coming in? So, I guess what they have, though they are not earning points so that the other can learn from them.
I think they've learned quite a lot. We do not need the international school students to come there anymore, because they've all proved their worth. If you're following the sports column for the Uganda Swimming Federation, how many times have our local teams, the national teams, gone and swam? So, to me, I think we have better swimmers now compared to international school swimmers.
Yeah.
Because now they're competing at national level, they're representing their country. So you can imagine how fast they swim. We do not need the international schools for them to say, okay, who's the best? No, that is not the idea, and that is not something we're going to promote at all. Because we have got, 40 schools, I think that's a good enough number. We have also, sponsored one of the Kana
Yeah.
competitions, which was here, I think,
In 2013, 2014 as well. Yeah.
But no, I do not think that there's a need. I mean, to do that, 40 schools, and then if you have, I don't know how many are coming this year, they've already put their names down. You need such a huge space to be able to accommodate everybody then, which Uganda does not have at the moment.
Numbers of the swimmers that are actually in part. Just giving you a statistics from last year when we had the event at Green Hill, we had at least up to around 800 swimmers, and that's quite big. So even what Mrs. Koteche is saying about the numbers in terms of the hosting, it's a really key factor. because they come in and there are so many. I remember having a meeting with Greenhill just recently about how are we going to seat all these. We need to find a solution. We need to find a way, because at first, yes, it was massive space, and we thought, wow, we were going to cover it. But now the space is covered. Swimmers are all over the place. You come on Saturday and see, the packedness. It's amazing to have 800 swimmers, and also just in these normal events, we receive up to 1,000 athletes taking part in this event. It becomes so packed, and that's what the sponsorship of the National Primary Swimming Gala has led up to.
Always said every year when we hear that for Rainbow, as part of the Midland group of companies, to be supporting this gala, it's fantastic for the Ugandan national children, and I think that's a really good concept. And to know that this gala is, or could be, the beginning of an avenue for these children to represent their country one day, that is a brilliant thing. For the country, for the Swimming Federation. So I think we should applaud the Midland group of companies for doing that. I think there's two important elements here from this gala, and we're encouraging competitiveness amongst Ugandan youth, and I think that's a healthy thing. But also we are also educating them on the benefits of swimming. And if you look into it, it improves cognitive ability amongst the children. It builds confidence. It builds self-esteem. It builds muscle. And I think the educational aspect of this, as well as the competitive side, is what the Ugandan Swimming Federation take out of this to instill in the future of the swimmers of this country. And, we as Rainbow are really proud to be playing a part with the Midland group of companies to be giving the Ugandan children an avenue to possibly represent their country. One day the Olympics, who knows? But if it starts here, isn't that a fantastic thing? So I'd like to stress the competitive aspect of it, but also the educational benefits to the youth of this country, which I think is a fantastic thing. So to me, the message from Rainbow is to all the swimmers, very best of luck to you on Saturday, and enjoy the day, and thank you to Green Hill here for hosting this year.
Thanks, John Barnes. Definitely, and I'll also extend it definitely to Mrs. Kotecha as well, who are the sponsors for this event, but also in terms of the mindset of what they were thinking about this event and where it should be headed. In terms of hosting it even up country, yes, there are thoughts about that, because it's national schools. To be honest, it's not only held only in Kampala. Today, I can tell you we have a school that is coming from Mbarara. They arrive tomorrow. That's Katatumba Academy. They're coming from Mbarara all the way to take part in this event. Now that shows you that now if we have schools from, as far as Mbarara, as far as Jinja, where the course took place, in Masaka, then we're definitely willing to extend it that side. And we think also if the number keeps on growing to such kind of areas, and that's the purpose of the course that we did in Masaka and in Jinja, to educate those coaches, to make sure that they get the skills to be able to train their swimmers to meet the standards and compete favorably. And then once they can be doing that, because now they're already going to start hosting their events. So if they start hosting events within the area, then we can now come in and know that we have a pool of schools to then be part of the competition. And then some might have to come out from Kampala and join them there, either in Masaka and things like that. So definitely, it's something that we're looking forward to. Maybe also Mrs. Kotecha can add in terms of what she thinks about it extending to as far as upcountry.
I think we can sit down with the Uganda Swimming Federation and see where it's happening and see how we can partner with them. Fantastic idea, and I'm glad what we started thinking of just encouraging swimming at national schools has now spread so much. I remember at that time they used to have these swimming clubs.
Yes.
We had dolphins and
Yeah.
some others, but now even those have increased in numbers
Yeah.
because everybody wants their children to do that after curricular swimming. So I'm very, very happy from what we had wanted to do and how far it has spread now. So definitely we are ready to work with the Swimming Federation.
Maybe if the budget allows, you can start qualifiers at the regional levels. Then the best schools come down to Kampala and make it really a national. I was thinking that way. And maybe
I think
thinking
Ghana
why-
does that, doesn't it?
Yeah, but we already have on which we do that because still we know the level and standards of the swimmers, say for example, upcountry. We really know what the standards they are, and in terms of qualification and things like that. At the moment, it's mostly in Kampala, we should say. Even in terms of the qualification and the swimmers who qualify for these events like Kana, the World Championships, Namirem, Chirabo, Namutebi. I mean, you can see they're based from here. Yes, we have swimmers who are upcountry, but I think the standard is that's the purpose of the coaching course that you saw that we did in Masaka and in Jinja, and even this year we're spreading it over to still, we've been looking at Barara and so on, just to give them that skill so that they can compete favorably and qualify for these events. But that's a great idea, and it's something that we have looked at in terms of our programs as USF, and we think that we will definitely be headed towards that direction, John Barnes.
The Midland group of companies and Rainbow International School for giving the national schools this great opportunity. As discussed earlier, the participation of the national schools has indeed grown big. And each school that is marketing now, its school puts swimming as part of one of the packages. So we'd like to thank Midland for that great vision. Now, about the readiness for the gala on Saturday, as Green Hill Academy, I want to assure the public that we are ready to host the schools, and we have put everything in place. And we have worked hand in hand with Uganda Swimming Federation, and I'd like to thank them for that great opportunity. And we are welcoming everyone for this event.
And just to complete that, yes, in terms, it's a competition, it's exposure. The swimmers would have got exposed. They would have got at least even more encouraged in terms of taking part in the event. It might not have to be something physical that they might just take with them. Those who win the medals will win the medals. Those who win the trophies will win the trophies. And those who gain experience, that's for all of them. And in terms of enjoying the whole environment, that's still for all of them. So in terms of a special prize after the event, that doesn't really come in, but we just look at them in terms of having fun and making sure that they have bonded, and as national schools, they feel that the competition was fair and free for them to take part into.
And I think for the school where children may have got the most trophies or medals, it's a celebration for the school. It's giving the children that confidence to do even better throughout the year in the next competitions. And I think it's for the individual schools to then celebrate their winners how they want to. So it's a lot of confidence that goes back with them, with the trophies and medals.
But also just to add on something that we also know that Midland Group of Companies has pushed in through the Uganda Swimming Federation is the Midland Group of Companies has actually sponsored national swimmers to go to school and, contributed to their school fees in terms of them studying, and also the target not only being just the sport, but combining both in terms of swimming and education at the same time. So that does not necessarily have to come during the Midland Group, Midland Primary School National Swimming Gala, but it also does come in different times whenever we get a hand from Midland Group in terms of sponsoring national school students. So that's a big thing which comes in later. So thank you. Now
I'd like to add that the Parts Gala also enables pupils to join the Uganda Swimming Federation's list of ranking. They may not be getting physical prizes, but you enter on that list, and then you are able to qualify for other events that come. For example, we have had students from the national schools that have represented Uganda in East African games, East African secondary school games, and they have done very well. So this is an eye-opener for our students to know that they have potential and they can start competing. Also mentioned, the trophies that the schools get, it is a treasure. And Midland Group of Companies gives you this trophy for keeps. You don't return it. So you take it, and then in the schools, this trophy can be there, and you keep celebrating about it. And as Green Academy, we are beneficiaries of this. For the last 5 years, we have these trophies. So we'd like to thank Midland Group of Companies and Rainbow for that.
So having a swimming pool has really helped
Yes.
in your school.
Seroma has a swimming pool. The National Secondary Swimming Gala is going to be in Seroma. We're going all the way to Seroma. That's where it's going to be. And schools are putting up pools every now and then and asking for the standards. Which are the standards? Can you come and advise us? And now very many national schools have swimming pools. Now it has reached a point, I know secondary, even King's College, Budo,
Yes.
it's a fight to host. It's a fight to host. Everyone wants to host. Now we are going to have to call you again for bidding process. And then you just speak and we have to bid and they have to tell us what they have and what they're offering. This is how much such an idea from the Midland Group by sponsoring has actually led in terms of encouragement and support in swimming in Uganda.
And to go together with this, it's good having swimming pools encourage swimming, but what are they doing about the safety aspect of it? And I think they're now training coaches to make sure, whether it's an international school or a local school, to make sure there is swim safety. So safety comes first. So that has all come together with this package of swimming and the safety part.
Correct.
This year will be approximately 15 million. It's a little more than last year because we buy the trophies, the medals, all the officials are paid for, their transport, their uniform. So overall you will find that's the cost approximately this year. So it's been between the range of always 10 to 15 million. Sort of thank and congratulate Dr. Rukaire and congratulate him on his new appointment as the chairperson of the National Council of Sports, and he is also on the Olympic Committee. I'm sure he will deliver there as highly as he's done with the Swimming Federation. It's been a pleasure working with him always, very approachable, listens to ideas, and yes, we definitely have missed him today, and we look forward to seeing all of you on Saturday, and we encourage through the media that all the national schools and international schools, parents and children, come to this swimming gala.
Right, thank you everyone. We'll just have a quick handover of the trophies. I think we'll move forward.
Yeah, that's in the middle. Thank you. Thank you all for coming. Lydia?
mutya okukyaza empaka zino eza ku Saturday eno era ne ttiimu yammwe eri etya?
Neeyanziza nnyo. Nze Moses Kirinnya akulira essomero lya Green Hill Academy Primary School. Twagala okwebaza omukisa guno ogutuweereddwa Uganda Swimming Federation okuteekateeka empaka zino ez'okuwuga. Guno gwe mulundi gwaffe ogwokusatu nga tuteekateeka empaka zino ez'okuwuga. Era twagala okwebaza Mukama nti empaka zino zonna emyaka gye tuziteesete tuziwangudde. Omwaka guno twetegese bulungi kubanga tuteeseteese buli kimu amasomero kye geetaaga okuba nga abaana bawuga bulungi nnyo. Security tugiteeseteese bulungi, ne pool tugiteeseteese bulungi. Ffe abayizi baffe abagenda okuwuga bonna tubateeseteese, bonna balinze ku Lwamukaaga nga 7 Ogwokusatu 2020 okuwuga era okuwangula nga bwabadde bakikola bulijjo.
Tuliko ku nteekateeka ziri zitya kusuubira amasomero ameka agenda okwetabamu abayizi, enteekateeka ziri zitya eno?
Enteekateeka nnungi. Of course, Midland group of companies etaddemu ssente mu medals, mu officials, kubambaza, also etaddemu ssente of course ku trophies n'ebirala. So on that side kiri covered. Kati ne hosts nabo bategese swimming pool eri ready, abaana bajja babadde ba traininga, entries ziyingiddewo. Olwaleero balina meeting confirminga final confirmation ne entries ez'abaana akawungezi kano. Naye nga amasomero at least you have a number of schools ezize, naye tujja confirming a number nga tumaze meeting akawungezi. Okay. In edition ya 8 naye nga still abawuzi bwe bava bawuze, of course tebagenda just okufuna trophies naye bafuna experience, baba selectinga mu team ezagwanga eno nayo ebanga qualifier kubanga eyo standard event eri ku 25 meter pool standard. Bajja kuba baba selectinga still ku times ebakoze mu kuba selectinga mu ne nga bagenze mu secondary swimming schools events ne mu East Africa secondary games nazo baba selectinga kuva mu mizanyo nga zino. Naye nga bafuna exposure, bafuna okusanyuka okumanya nti bawuga nga bo ate nga banyumirwa okuwuga.
Olina okubanga omubunyisa omuzannyo mu ggwanga nti muri kutraininga ba coaches then nekira kyogambye nti amasomero gatandise okuba ne gazimba swimming pool ziri ku mutindo.
Okay. Nga Uganda Swimming Federation of course koze coaching course eyokutraininga ba coaches eri Jinja ne Masaka. Awo nawo osanga kati amasomero agali eyo nago getagamu ku technique ez'okuwuga. Kati tu trainings era tugenda kugenda mu maaso nga tu traininga aba coaches abali eyo up country okulaba nti bafuna skills eziyigiriza abaana okuwuga ku standards bweziti. Era kati amasomero mangi agagala okuhostinga event eno ate nga bagala kubeera nga Green Hill hostinga event eno, naye nga tugenza okulaba nti nabo batandise kati okuzimba swimming pools mu bifo byabwe okulaba nti nabo bahostinga ate basobole okuwuga babeere nga bali competitive. Nga Roma ne Seta bazimbyeyo swimming pools n'amasomero amalala mangi agali nationals abatandise kati okuzimba swimming pools nga teeka ku sporting facilities zaabwe. Amasomero agagenda kubeerayo waliwo amasomero nga Green Hill of course the hosts, amasomero amalala nga Kampala Junior bagenda kubeerayo, naye nga okusinga tulina somero eveeri Embarara Katatumba Academy egenda kujencha ku Saturday ku participating ku event baveeri Mbarara yonna okuleeta abaana bawuge. Era ekyo kiraga nti kati bwe banaddayo naffe tujja kutunula embalala tulabe engeri gye banasobola nabo okukolamu ka Gala oba Gala yaffe nga tugitwalayo ne Midland n'ebeera ng'eri ku regional level.